Hi guys, it's Heather, the Butterfly Effect plant-based weight loss. And today is Monday, and I like to use that opportunity to be a motivating Monday for you. So talk about things that motivate me and check in with you and see what's going on for you and how is your level of motivation. And so today it's getting close to the end of the month. It's the beginning of February, starting on Wednesday. And so, back on January 1st, a lot of us made a lot of goals, resolutions, plans, dreams, whatever it is that resonates with you. A lot of us made plans for the new year and things that we wanted to accomplish and things that we wanted to make happen. Not just hope they'll happen, but actually put into place the actions that will bring about the results that we wanted to see. And so I just invite you on this Monday, on the end of an old month and the beginning of a new week and the beginning of a new month, to kind of review, how did that go? Where are you now? Are you headed in the direction of your dreams? Are you doing the daily actions that will result in what you wanted to see? And what tools do you have in place to help support you to do that? Because what happens is we get very motivated toward the beginning of the year, and it's like legendary, right? And then they say that many people have already abandoned their resolutions by Martin Luther King Day, which is usually about the third week of January. And so let's look at that. What are some things that you can keep in place that can keep that motivation fresh for you? One thing that I recommend, and is recommended by a lot of people, is a vision board. And I like to do vision boards for all the different areas of my life. So I have a vision board for health and fitness. And if you are in my Facebook channel, on my Facebook group, you will see I've posted those. I think they're in the files. But I also have them for other areas of my life, such as like my career, other things I want to accomplish, even like the way I want my home to look, or the, I'm trying to think, health, fitness, personal relationships, what I want those to look like. So I have different vision boards for different areas of focus in my life. And the key to a successful vision board, you'll get a lot of benefit just from making it, but the key really comes in looking at it frequently. And so what I often will have people do is keep a notebook where they keep their tracking of daily goals. That's another thing that we're going to talk about. But in the very front of that notebook, put your vision boards. So put them on 8.5 by 11 paper. I like to create my vision boards in PowerPoint, and then they can be printed out on a color printer, or you could get them printed at Kinko's or FedEx or someplace where your local copy shop. It will be happy to print those in color copies for you. And then I look at them frequently because I have to look at them to get to my daily tracking pages. And then that is the next thing that I recommend, is not only looking at your vision boards daily, but make a list of process goals and use that daily. So what is a process goal? So there's an overarching goal like I want to lose weight, or even something specific like I want to lose 10 pounds in January or in February, or I want to weigh X by this time. Those are all overarching goals. A process goal is, what am I going to do to get there? So if my goal is I want to make $1 million this year, my process goal might be I'm going to open a new business, I'm going to invest my money here, I'm going to save money doing this. So the process goals get down into the weeds of what you're actually going to do to get to your ideal weight, if that is what you want to do. And I've been really successful just concentrating on the goal, the daily goals, and not on the outcomes. Because you can't always control the outcome. You could do everything right, and for some reason the scale is being a meanie face and it won't move. We've all been there. You know, there's a lot of things that can influence weight loss. What I like to know is that I am literally doing everything I can do to get to that goal, and it does pay off. I did not lose 300 pounds overnight, but I did lose them. And I did it by concentrating on the daily things that I do. So things like getting 10,000 steps a day, getting 8 hours of sleep a day. I know that sounds funny, but I like to get 7 to 8 hours of sleep. And they say if you're sleep deprived, that can really keep you from achieving your weight goals, both in raising your cortisol levels, which makes you retain fat and especially belly fat, but also how motivated are you to go get your 10,000 steps or to go work out and lift weights if you're sleep deprived? Or if you are tired, we know that tired is one of the letters in, it stands for one of the letters in the acronym HALTS, which is when you're in danger of overeating, when you're too hungry, angry, lonely, tired, or stressed. And so those are sad. I put sad with lonely, but some people spell halts with 2 S's because of that. So all of those things are danger signs. You know, dangerous emotions put you at a higher risk of overeating or giving into an impulse or eating off plan. So you want to avoid being tired. So that's one of the things on my process goals list. I also have getting in workouts with weights 5 days a week. I'm going to start that back up next week, and I'm really excited. And getting daily motivation is on my list. Checking in with friends and getting social support is on my list. Of course, eating my salads, eating on plan is on my list. You see how these are all things that are 100% in my control. I can't control whether the scale moves or not, but I can control whether or not I achieve my daily process goals. And so what I do is, because they're the same ones every day, I've kind of got it down to what I want to do. I have a printout of all of the different things that I want to achieve, and I have a check mark that I put by each one. And actually, I prefer a smiley face. I put a smiley face in there every day if I achieve the goal. And so in my notebook, I have inspiring quotes. I have those vision boards, and then I have what I call those are my trackers. So I'm tracking whether or not I do each of the process goals. And by making that a daily practice, and especially with the tracker in the book, when you're flipping past your vision boards every day to get to the tracker, you are going to be seeing those vision boards, and you're going to be opening that book frequently, and that's going to be really helpful for you. Some people use a bullet journal, and they can do that also. Just keep the vision boards in the front of the bullet journal and then go to the tracker page to mark off as you achieve your goals. So I think it's a good time to review how things are going, and if things aren't going how you want them, you can always turn that boat around, right? You can always come back and get back on track. I love how the analogy is of a GPS. So when I am driving along and I'm using my GPS and Siri tells me that I need to make a right at the next block, and I keep going straight because I miss my turn, or I get turned around and I go the wrong direction, she doesn't yell at me and say, "You're a stupid idiot, you completely screwed that up, you're never going to get back to where you want to go." She just does the following. She assesses where I am now, and she knows my destination, where I want to be, and she simply tells me to turn to the right direction and get going back on the right path. And that's how we should be when we make a wrong turn. Just simply assess where you are now, assess where you're going, know where you're going, what your goal is, make it really clear. Nebulous goals don't work. I want to be thinner. Well, if I weigh an ounce less, I'm thinner. Is that what you were going for? You know, I want to be more fit. Well, what does more fit look like to you? You know, we think in pictures. That's why the vision boards are so powerful, because that visual representation of where you want to be is the most powerful thing to tell your mind what you're going for. And so don't beat yourself up, just get back on track, make that turn. And today is a good day to do that. So take a moment, reassess. If you're headed the way that you want to go, awesome. I'm so happy for you. It feels great, doesn't it? You know, just recorrecting. This is a windy road, and sometimes you miss a turn, and sometimes you have to correct for that and get back on track. Don't waste any time. Don't sit on the side of the road crying about how you missed the turn. Just get right back on track. Just get started today, and you will get there. It will take time. My road took 3 years or more. Really, you could say it took, you know, since I was 11 years old, but really earnestly trying and doing it very carefully took me at least 3 years to get this weight off. Now I had 300 pounds to go. I bet you have less than that. So get started today, build those skills, check off those boxes, look at those vision boards, and let me know how it's going in the comments. I would love to hear how you're doing, how the beginning of the year has started, and hey, if it's time to turn around, today's a good day to do it. Love you guys, and I'll talk to you soon.